Motibo. Bakit nyo po, meron ho ba kayong motibo kung ba't nyo nabanggit si Colonel Leonardo at saka si Colonel Garma dito sa inyong sinumpaang salaysay?
Kaya nga,
Yes.
simple lang naman tinatanong kita eh. May postpaid ka ba? Wala. Kanina sabi mo prepaid. Na ngayon ang winard kita. Sabi mo naman, dalawang ginagamit mo. May postpaid, may prepaid.
Nakakagulat nga at mga bigating mga katanungan ang ibinabato nga dito kay Police Colonel Garma nung panahon na siya ang namumuno sa administrasyon nitong si Duterte, kung saan nga ay nauso noon ang OPLAN TOKHANG, kung saan napakarami ng mga namatay at nasawing mga tao at meron pang mga inosenteng tao na nadadamay dito. Kaya dito guys, makikita natin at mapapanood natin ang mga sagot nitong si Colonel Garma sa mga tanong ng mga kongresista.
Anong class mo sa PNPA?
Class 96 po originally, but I graduated 98 na po, Mr. Chair.
98.
Opo.
And what was the reason why you graduated in 1998?
Nagkaroon po ako ng kaso, Mr. Chair.
May we know ano yung case?
Na-implicate po ako sa isang murder case.
Murder case. But you were
Sa
still
Tondo.
a student. Nasa academy ka pa noon.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
So when you were in the academy, meron nang na-implicate ka na sa isang murder case.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So that's why na-turn back ka and then you graduated 1998.
Hindi po ako na-turn back actually, Mr. Chair. Sinatisfy ko lang po nung maklear po yung aking pangalan. August 1997 na po kasi yon. So, kaya pinagraduate na po ako ng 98 finally, Mr. Chair.
So na-delay lang, na-delay lang.
Opo.
But you were still inside the academy.
During the time I was clearing my name, sir, wala po. Nasa ano po ako.
Okay. Sige.
Nasa labas po ako, Mr. Chair.
Now, one more question. Kasi binabasa ko yung mga affidavits, no? Ano kaya ang maaring dahilan, no, na o motibo ni Superintendent Padilla in mentioning your name, Colonel Leonardo? Ano kaya ang motibo niya?
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Chair. Wala po akong
How about you, Colonel Garma? Ano kaya ang motibo? Bakit binanggit ang pangalan nyo ni Colonel Padilla at saka ni Jimmy Fortaleza sa kanyang sinumpaang salaysay?
Parang nasagot ko po kay Representative Gutierrez po kanina.
Sige nga, pakisagot mo nga ulit. Ano yung maaaring motibo?
Sa tingin ko, Mr. Chair, during the first hearing, na-realize niya na siya ang most guilty. And then, he needs to find a way to escape from that. Feeling ko lang, tingin ko, as I watch the first hearing, Mr. Chair. And it's easy to point na ako o si Sir because nga, na-mention ako ni Jimmy Fortaleza, Mr. Chair. And as to Jimmy Fortaleza, I can remember, during our visitation, humihingi siya ng tulong sa akin na makalabas siya. Presidential pardon or whatever. And I told him, I cannot do anything. Gawin mo lang papel mo, kumuha ka na abogada mo, and then isubmit mo. But I'm not the one who decides for that. Yan lang po sinabi ko. Humingi siya ng tulong sa akin, matulungan ko siya. Siguro dahil hindi ko siya natulungan, possible. And in fact, na umalis pa nga kami, nagbigay pa nga kami ng pera sa kanya, tinulungan namin siya, dahil naawa kami siya, nasa loob po siya. Nag-ambagan pa kami, 3 magka-classmate. We gave him money so he can survive inside. So I think yun po ang tingin ko lang po. No, I don't have evidence. I don't know how, anong takbo ng utak niya, what happened after. But for me, yan lang yung maisip kong bakit nakarating po kami sa ganitong sitwasyon, Mr. Chair.
So yun lang ang tingin nyong maaaring dahilan kung bakit nabanggit ni Colonel Padilla at ni Jimmy Fortaleza ang inyong pangalan sa kanilang salaysay.
For me, Mr. Chair, yun yung tingin ko po on my part, Mr. Chair.
Pwede bang matanong ko si Superintendent Padilla? Colonel Padilla, anong motibo? Bakit nyo po, meron ho ba kayong motibo kung ba't nyo nabanggit si Colonel Leonardo at saka si Colonel Garma dito sa inyong sinumpaang salaysay?
Wala po akong motibo, Your Honor. But I knew them through Jimmy Fortaleza.
So nakilala nyo sila, yung kanilang mga pangalan because of Jimmy Fortaleza.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Si Jimmy. Jimmy, narinig mo yung sagot ni Colonel Garma na maaaring ang motibo mo dahil ikaw daw ay humingi ng tulong at hindi kanya natulungan. Anong masasabi mo naman doon?
Your Honor, nung unang punta po nila dun sa Dapicol, actually wala pa kaming number ni Garma. Nagulat na lang ako, pumunta sila doon at binisita ako. Nung pagbisita niya, ang tinanong niya kung nasaan ba, nasaan po ba yung mga yung mga Chinese? At sinabi ko sa kanya, nandyan sa foreigners quarter. Sabi ko, bakit Bok? Sabi niya sa akin, meron kasi kaming operation dyan.
Okay. Yun ang pagkakasabi sa'yo.
Opo.
Okay. Now,
Mr. Chair, baka pwedeng sumingit na
Congressman,
kapraso lang.
sige, Congressman
I hope,
Fernandez.
in the indulgence of the next interpellator. Kasi, Colonel Padilla, I still remember the last time that, the first time that we have invited you here, you have mentioned si Inspector Poro. Sinabi niya that kayo ang nag-order, but in your affidavit, sinabi mo that na out of loop ka na doon sa usapan. Di ba? Meron kasi binabanggit na ganito, di ba, na hindi mo na nalaman. At as a matter of fact, andun ka sa quarters mo nung mangyari yung krimen,
Yes,
di ba?
Your Honor. It was happened Saturday and it was my rest day.
At ang binabanggit mo during that time, kasi nga, ang sinasabi namin yung command responsibility, di ba? Pero you were insisting, not executing pa yung second affidavit mo, you were insisting that it was indeed yung si guard commander, si Poro, ang siyang nag-order na ilipat yung dalawang PDL kasama nung tatlong Chinese. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, it was written in the blatter logbook by the ship
Yes, and
commander.
I got yung blatter report mo na nandito. Di ba? Kasi you submitted it to us nung kinuha ko. At ang sinasabi mo na hindi mo na alam yung naging desisyon because apparently it took you so long para implement yung order nila. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
At in other words, parang sinasabi mo dito na itong si Inspector Poro acted on his own. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can we invite Poro? Can you kindly sit down here? Ay, oo nga. Sorry, sir. Sorry, Chairman. Tapusin ko na po to. Inspector Poro, kasi sinasabi mo during that time na si Colonel Padilla ang nag-utos sa'yo. Pero sa kanyang affidavit na sinumpaan ngayon, sinasabi niya na hindi niya na nalaman yung order kasi nga nainip na sila doon sa usapan na i-implement niya yung pagpatay doon sa tatlo. And according to him, ikaw ang nagdesisyon. Now, ngayon, ang tanong ko sa'yo, Inspector Poro, sino nag-utos sa'yo? Since hindi ka inutusan ni Colonel Padilla, sino ang nag-utos sa'yo para papasukin yung dalawang PDLs kasama yung tatlong Chinese nationals?
Si Superintendent Padilla po, Your
Paninindigan mo pa rin?
Honor. Opo.
Ha?
Opo, Your Honor.
Talagang ang sasabihin mo si Colonel Padilla pa rin?
Yes, opo, Your Honor.
Ha? So, meron kang written order coming from General Padilla?
Verbal order po, Your Honor.
What?
Verbal order po.
Ano na? Verbal?
Verbal order po, yes.
O how can you prove to us na yung verbal utos sa iyo? Paano mo papatunayan sa amin?
Ang totoo po yan, Your Honor, mayroong siyang inutusan na empleyado rin po.
Sino yung inutusan niya?
Si Officer Landro Hasim.
Okay.
Nung ginawa ko yung report ko, Your Honor, sa office, nung nadala na sa loob yung mga Chinese, dumating itong si Landro Hasim sa akin, sa opisina. Sabi niya, sir, mayroong instruction si Sir Jerry. Ipagsamin sa isang silda yung Chinese at saka yung dalawang PDL natin. Dahil doon, tinawag ko ngayon yung ship commander, Mr. Villajos. Sabi ko, sabi ko sa kanya, ilagay mo sa isang silda yung 3 Chinese at saka yung dalawang PDL natin, si Mudadaro at saka si Tang. Tapos doon, Your Honor, nung natapos ko na yung report ko, kasi nga Sabado man yun, hindi man hapon na, yung mga confiscated items na na-confiscate, dinala ko doon sa bahay ni Sir Jerry
Okay,
Padilla.
Inspector Poro, in the hierarchy of the decision making, pang-ilang ka sa
Pangatlo po,
division?
pangatlo, Your Honor.
Pangatlo ka.
Opo.
Ang deputy si Quinto.
Opo.
Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Opo.
Ngayon, sinabi sa iyo nung taong yon,
Yes, Your
di ba,
Honor.
na ilipat yung dalawa doon sa Chinese.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bilang the third highest ranking official doon sa colony. Bakit hindi mo sinabi kay Quinto? Ba't hindi mo siya kinausap?
Noong panahon na yun, Your Honor, on leave, dito sa
Sino on leave?
NBP na yun si...
Sino on leave?
Sa NBP noon na may OB pala si si Quinto, Pialis Quinto,
Oh.
siya, naka-OB sa NBP, kaya wala siya. Noong panahon na yun,
At
Your
ito
Honor.
naman,
Si Sir Jerry, doon sa bahay nila.
ba't hindi mo siya tinawagan?
Hindi, pagkatapos yun, Your Honor, ito, pagkatapos na bigyan ko ng instruction yung ship commander, mayroon ng instruction...
Tanong ko lang sa iyo, Poro,
opo.
bakit hindi mo siya tinawagan? Since andun naman pala siya sa quarters, ba't hindi ka nag-report sa kanya?
Your Honor, please.
Alam mo, Inspector Poro, mag-isip-isip ka muna ha, bago ka sumagot ha.
Sir,
Kasi
pwede-
Mr. Chairman, ako, tingin ko, itong taong to may kinalaman. At dahil hindi na nga ma-implement, at ayaw nang implement ni Colonel Padilla, ayaw na implement ni Colonel Padilla, kaya nga niya pinatagal, ito ang taong itong kinontak para mag-implement doon sa loob. So, mag-ingat-ingat ka, Inspector. Inspector Poro, no? Kasi kapag hindi mo inayos yung mga sagot mo dito, sisiguraduhin namin sa susunod, maiiwan ka dito sa kongresong ito. Okay? Sige,
Sir,
Mr.
pwede po
Chairman, maraming
Thank you.
salamat.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez.
You want to speak?
Yes, Your Honor, pwede bang papaliwanag lang po?
Anong sasagutin mo?
Kasi nung una, di ba natapos ka na yung report ko, may instruction na dalhin ko sa bahay ni Sir Jerry yung mga confiscated items. Pagdating doon, Your Honor, tinanong niya ako nilagay mo ba sa isang silda yung mga PDL at saka yung...
Sino nagtanong sa'yo?
Si Sir Jerry. Tinanong niya ako,
Alam mo, kanina, kausap mo yung isa na inutusan niya. Tapos ngayon, sasabihin mo siya.
paghatid
Alam mo,
ko po-
Mr. Chairman,
Sir,
stop talking. No? I think this person, Mr. Chairman, is also lying. And I think this is the person that they contacted inside. Because, pwede siya, he is the third highest ranking official. Makakarekta ka na Andun siya Ba't hindi mo nirekta? Ito ang missing link natin dito, Mr. Chairman. Itong si Inspector Poro. And ingatan mo pagsasagot mo dahil mamaya tatanungin ka pa namin ulit. Mr. Chairman, that's it muna for the meantime.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez, for your very short interjection. So tuloy ko lang. Tuloy ko lang ulit yung isang tanong ko kay... Kasi kanina nung tinanong ko si Colonel Garma kung ano yung maaaring motibo ni Jimmy Fortaleza at saka ni Colonel Superintendent Padilla, ang sinagot mo, correct me if I'm wrong Colonel Garma, ang sinagot mo ay dahil sila ang most guilty. Tama ba yun? Sinabi mo?
Mr. Chair, it appears nung nanood ako nung first, was that first
So yun
or
ang
second
basihan mo
hearing?
kung bakit sila si Colonel Padilla ang guilty, the most guilty.
The way po tumakbo yung committee hearing, that's how I assess.
And because you think that Colonel Padilla is the most guilty, naguhugas siya ng kamay kaya niya binanggit at saka si Colonel Leonardo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yun ang basihan mo.
Yes, Mr. Yun ang tingin ko po sa sitwasyon during that time. Nanonood po ako, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat. The next to interpellate is Congressman Zia Alonto Adjong. You are recognized.
A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Before I ask my question, I'd like to first make a request, Mr. Chair. I was listening to the line of questioning and the exchanges between Representative Chino Almario when he was asking about the affidavit of Mr. Fortaleza. Mr. Jimmy Fortaleza, tama po yung pagkarinig ko that GM Garma called you and told you in exact words, no, doon sa affidavit mo, na tulungan sila kasi meron silang ipapagawa sa iyo?
Wala sir, walang ganyan na tulungan sila.
Sino po yung tumawag kanina na yung... You were saying about a phone number or text?
Actually sir,
Ano po yung text? Di ba sa affidavit mo? Text ba yun o tawag? Ikaw ba?
ano na yun sir, later part na yun.
Oh yeah.
Yes sir.
So, yun nga. That's what I'm trying to ask you.
Ang hingi lang ni... Ang una sir, yung tawag ni Colonel Garma, ang sabi niya sa akin, Bok, okay na, nag-usap na kami. Ako na bala, may mga tao kami dyan sa loob. Then, ang next niya na request sa akin, sabi niya sa akin na baka pwede daw dalhan ng pagkain yung mga tao nila na Bartolina.
Was this intimated to you through text, tawag, or in person?
Tawag po, Your Honor.
Tawag.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, tawag. So, Mr. Chair, I think GM Garma, just to be fair, she denied that ever making that calls to Mr. Fortaleza. And Mr. Fortaleza, in response to the denial of GM Garma, said that he had the number. Kasi tinanong po kanina ni Congressman Chino Almario kung nag-pop up o nag-appear yung pangalan doon sa cellphone. Now, Mr. Chair, I know this happened a couple of years ago, but there's in fact a way for us to really confirm and determine whether these calls were made. Just to prove that isa sa kanila ang nagsasabi ng totoo. Because if we rely on the testimony, it's his words against his. So may I request, Mr. Chair, that we request, if possible, no? I don't know how they can retrieve this, but there's a way to retrieve those calls, because I believe the NTC or the Telcom might be they can help us in order to secure or at least to confirm whether these calls were ever made in the time that Mr. Fortaleza told this committee that it happened sometime during I think 2016, when these 3 foreign nationals, Chinese nationals, were killed inside the Davao penal colony, Mr. Chair. So I move, Mr. Chair, I move that we request from NTC a record of that call, of that text, and of that number to verify whether such calls were even been made, Mr. Chair.
Okay. COMSEC, you are directed to coordinate with the telco and the NTC as to the records of the phone call made in 2016 on those dates that was mentioned in the affidavit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Now, I would like to direct my questions to...
Congressman Adyong, just for a minute. What is this about?
It's all about the phone.
It is about...
With the indulgence of Congressman Adjong, just a short question lang po. Former Major Fortaleza, yung cellphone mo ngayon na hawak at saka yung number mo is the same number and cellphone? Pero matandaan mo pa yung number mo noon?
Hindi na po, sir.
So iba na yung number mo?
Matagal na po yun, sir. Matagal
Dahil,
na.
okay, that was 2016, so hindi na.
Hindi na, sir.
But of course, siguro naman, yung number ni Colonel Garma at the time is a public. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Possible,
so-
sir. Possible.
Ano yon? Ang kanya ba, prepaid o...
I have no idea, sir.
That time, are you still using your number since 2016? That was August.
No, Your Honor.
So may bago ka ng cellphone.
Yes, Your Honor.
But yung cellphone mo ba dati, ito I just want to caution you, you're under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
During the 2016 ba, may prepaid ka ba o ano?
Prepaid lahat po yung phone ko,
Sorry?
Prepaid po lahat ang phone ko, Your Honor.
Prepaid lahat. Yung phone mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
If we can check on sa Smart at saka sa Globe, that time kasi Smart at Globe lang,
Prepaid.
na indeed you're not using prepaid, na may postpaid ka.
As far as I remember, prepaid.
Hindi, kaya nga.
Yes.
Simple na naman tinatanong kita may postpaid ka ba? Wala. Hindi mo matandaan na naman?
So far, wala po akong postpaid
Oh,
during that time, Your
Now,
Honor.
ang sinasabi ko lang po, hindi pwede sa amin dito na hawak-hawak mo cellphone, hindi mo alam kung nagpa-postpaid ka.
Prepaid po, Your Honor.
Prepaid. But kung ma-prove ko na you have a postpaid, anong gawin natin?
2016 prepaid po ang phone ko, Your
Hindi nga
Honor.
Sinasabi mo na ngayon, what if I can prove it that you have a postpaid? Anong gawin natin?
Postpaid.
So you're lying. I will cite you in contempt.
No,
This
Mr.
committee-
Chair. Meron pa akong postpaid, may prepaid pa ako.
Yun
but
na nga
during that time,
Hindi.
okay.
Sandali.
Yes,
You're not yet
yes, Your
recognized by the
Honor.
chairman. Let me finish first.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Again, sinasabi ko lang po, I just like to warn you, kanina sabi mo prepaid. Na ngayon nang winard kita, sabi mo naman, dalawang ginagamit mo, may postpaid, may prepaid. O ano ba talaga? Do you have a postpaid?
Can I,
No. Just answer me yes or no. Do you have a postpaid or not? None.
nagkaroon po ako ng postpaid
Oh,
o
yun.
prepaid, Mr. Chair?
Oh, yun. Now, postpaid mo ano? Globe o Smart?
Nako po.
Oh, ito na naman, no? Simple na yan. Dalawa lang naman eh. Kasi yung isang telco ngayon, lately lang yan. Ba't hindi mo masagot, Smart or Globe?
I think it's Globe, Mr. Chair.
O Globe? Sigurado ka?
I'm not sure. I think, Mr.
At yan
Chair.
na naman. Pipili ka lang. Colonel Garma, this is now your last chance. Pag ako magtanong, ayusin mo po, please.
Yes, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
don't force me to cite you in contempt. Kasi yung tanong ko, simpleng-simple lang po. Ako, kahit ever since, alam ko kung anong postpaid ko, kahit 2010 pa, kahit 2001, matandaan ko po kung Smart ba o Globe. Now, again, let me rephrase my question. Ano po, inamin mo na may postpaid kayo, ano po yung postpaid mo?
Both po, meron po akong Globe and Smart.
Oh, mayroon ka Globe and Smart.
During my stint
Okay.
po.
Now, Mr. Chairman, I joined the motion made by Congressman Adjong for the NTC to submit all the calls during the time. August, no, Mr. Chairman, can I amend if,
Please.
yeah, records from 2015 to 2017, Mr. Chairman, because that was the time when it's Congress Chairman ako mamaya. Because during the time 2015 at saka 2017 doon po yung yung Davao model po. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduana. Congressman Adjong, please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I'd like to ask both our resource persons, perhaps this goes to both of you po. Wala naman ho kayong problema, wala naman ho kayong neurological problem or anything like that. Wala naman ho kayong problema sa, you may be suffering from memory loss, selective memory loss, wala naman po, no? Kung tatanungin ko po kayo sa mga previous na mga pangyayari, based doon po sa kanilang affidavit, matatandaan nyo naman po kung anong eksaktong year, kung anong eksaktong circumstance, yung taon na nagsilbi po kayo as CIDG Director sa Davao and you as Davao City Police. No? Tama po ba?
Yes,
Okay.
Your
Oh,
Honor.
yeah, because as I was following the line of questioning, marami po tayong hindi natatandaan. So I'm just trying to make that very, very clear. I'll start with Commissioner Leonardo. Have you also availed of an optional retirement?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So pareho talaga kayo ni GM Garma.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Kasi, Mr. Chair, I was actually listening to the questions kanina, and there seems to be a parallelism, no? Magkapareho talaga. Yung pinpoint out ni DSJJ. So both of you served as in the police agency, in law enforcement agency. Both of you have served in the same area. Both of you have landed to a more, it's an attractive positions, I would really say. And at a very short period of time. Now, I heard about the word coincidence earlier was mentioned. But, you know, Mr. Chair, I don't believe in coincidence if there are close similarities between the two of you. You both have been linked, mentioned in the ICC. Both of you have served in the span of time when the OPLAN TOKHANG and the double barrel was being implemented aggressively. And both of you also, in the very short span of time, have transferred from one position to another. I was listening earlier, Mr. Chair, to the timeline when current Commissioner Leonardo was appointed as director, and then for a few months, appointed as undersecretary, and after a while, appointed to the commission. Similarly, Police Colonel Rowena Garma decided to avail of the optional retirement in advance and was appointed as general manager. No? The point that I'm trying to say, Mr. Chair, is what they're telling this committee is that everything happened accidentally. Na parang yung affidavits din po nung tatlong si Mr. Fortaleza, si Chief Superintendent Padilla, and si Mr. Tan and Magdadaro are all product of their own imagination. Kasi hindi ho nila pinapatunayan. Do you still maintain that position na hindi ho totoo yung mga affidavits nila? Itong apat na tao na ito na hindi naman magkakamag-anak? Na hindi naman nag-work together? I'll start with you po, Commissioner Leonardo. Do you still say na hindi po totoo yung sa affidavit po na sinalaysay na pinirmahan ng apat po na mga resource persons natin dito? You were here, no? Last committee hearing, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So would you say na hindi totoo yung sinasabi po nila na yung involvement po ninyo, your name was mentioned in the case of these three for nationals, no, for Chinese nationals who were killed inside the selda. Tama po ba?
Opo, hindi po totoo.
Hindi po
Mr.
totoo.
Chair.
Kayo din po, Police Colonel GM Garma, para sa inyo hindi po totoo yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi po talaga totoo. So, ibig sabihin, gawa-gawa po nila. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kayo po, Commissioner Leonardo, gawa-gawa din po nila ito?
Palagay ko po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay, so, yung bilang CIDG, the regional director po, is it part of your jurisdiction to supervise or monitor the Davao Prison Colony?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Tama, no? Hindi. But your office is closer to how far is the CIDG regional office to Davao Colony?
Estimate lang po, Mr. Chair, probably around 40 to 50 kilometers, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, hindi naman ho kayong... So, pumupunta po kayo doon sa Davao Prison Colony?
Nakapunta po ako doon.
Okay. So, sinasabi nga po ninyo na hindi nyo, na-meet nyo po ba si Jimmy Fortaleza, si Mr. Magdadaro, Mr. Tan, at saka si Chief Superintendent Padilla?
Nung time na yun, hindi po, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Kayo po, GM, Garma, kilala niyo po yung dalawa? Si Mr. Tan, si Mr. Magdadaro?
No, Your Honor.
Si Jimmy Fortaleza lang yung kilala niyo dahil kabok niyo, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Opo. Paano po, Mr. Chair, Colonel Roy Nagarma, kilala niyo po si Chief Superintendent Padilla ng Bucor?
Yeah, I met him, Your Honor.
Ilang beses po?
Once only, Your Honor.
Okay. Pero yung dalawa, hindi niyo po na-meet?
Hindi po, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Mr. Chair, gusto kong tanungin si Leopoldo Tan. Kilala niyo ho ba si Commissioner Leopoldo? Leonardo? Bago po nangyari yung sinasabi niyo pong insidente?
Sa pangalan lang po.
Okay,
Dahil sa...
pero hindi niyo po na-meet?
Hindi po.
Okay. Kayo po, Mr. Magdadaro?
Hindi po namin na-meet po.
Okay. Pero hindi niyo ho siya kilala? Ito yung pangalan na hindi niyo naririnig parate?
Opo.
Okay. Hindi ko natatanungin si Jimmy Fortaleza at saka si Padilla kasi meron natang mga okasyon. What is so confusing, Mr. Chair, is that all of these 4 individuals mentioned these names. At hindi naman pupunta si Commissioner Leonardo. According to him, hindi naman siya bumibisita paragi sa Davao Penal Code, Penal Farm kasi medyo malayo at saka hindi sa jurisdiction niya. Si GM naman, Garma, although kilala niya si Jimmy Fortaleza, ay hindi rin niya kilala itong dalawa. For an average-minded person, how can 4 individuals who don't share rooms together, who don't work together, happens to mention these 2 names? Citing a specific case, a specific circumstance, a specific date. Unless there are a Pulitzer writer na maniniwala ako sa imagination nila, para sa akin, Mr. Chair, it's quite impossible for an ordinary-minded person to come up with the same story. I don't think they are too endowed with their imagination to come up with that kind of story involving specific names, individuals na hindi naman kilala. And what's so striking, Mr. Chair, is that it happened at the height of the OPLAN Tokhang and subsequently the double barrel. Now, I'd like to ask po, kasi marami pong similarities eh. Hindi ako naniniwala. Ano sasabihin pa ba natin na coincidence yung imagination nila, nag-isip-isip silang tatlo? Pare-pareho, nag-corroborate yung kanilang testimonies? I don't think so. That's not a coincidence for me. So, wag nyo na rin pong sabihin na maybe that's all coincidence. So now, I'd like to ask you po, Commissioner Leonardo. Kanina po, tinatanong po kayo kung naging successful ba para sa inyo yung OPLAN Tokhang and yung double barrel. Gusto ko lang pong marinig uli sa inyo.
In general po, successful po para
So
sa
pag
akin.
sinabi niyo pong successful, you stick your life to it, you really believe and you really support, no? Pag sinabi mong successful, of course, bakit mo sasabihin successful isang bagay kung hindi ka naman sumusuporta? Tama ho ba?
Tama po.
Okay, so you really support. Kayo po, Colonel Garma, would you say that the war on drugs at that time was really successful?
I don't think so, Mr. Chair.
So you don't think so?
Um,
How many deaths again
po-
have we recorded during your stay in Cebu City? You don't think the war on let's be specific about it because I heard you responding to the question na let's not call it war on drugs because we don't use that. Okay, let's use the terminology under your policy no, at that time. It's Tokhang, OPLAN Tokhang, and OPLAN Double Barrel. So which of these two policies no, or yung program do you think is more successful or both of them are successful?
Mr. Chair, yung Tokhang po, parang hindi ko pa naabutan, hindi pa yun, I think, na-implement.
No, it's
It's
okay.
more on police operations and patrol po.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's a fair
Yes,
response. But I'll give you that. Do you think being part of the previous administration, would you say that it was successful?
As far as my stint in Cebu City as city director, I think it is successful based on the feedback of the people in the community, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so now my second question is, Mr. Chair, I'd like to take advantage of the presence of our Dean here, Attorney Dean Shell Jokno. Umalis na ba?
Yes.
Pasensya na po Dean Jokno. Medyo napatagal po yung pag-aantay ng ano. I'd like to ask po, Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed. Dean, you are very, you follow, no? You minomonitor niyo po yung war on drugs, no? Yung casualties, no? Tama po ba 'yon, Mr. Chair, Dean?
Yes, Mr. Chair and Your Honor.
Yeah.
Since the war on drugs began, my organization, the Free Legal Assistance Group, ay talagang minamanman po namin yung mga pangyayari sa war on drugs.
Okay. Dean, do you have in the way, yung work po ninyo, meron ho ba kayong kunan na data kung ilan po yung mga napaslang, yung those who weren't given or accorded with the due right of at least man lang makita the day of in court, especially those who have been killed na mga inosente. May number po ba kayo, Mr. Chair? Din.
Kami po ay naghain ng isang petisyon sa Supreme Court noong 2017 or 2018 at lumabas sa isang extended resolution ng court na sa unang 17 months pa lang ng war on drugs, that is from July 1, 2016 up to the end of November 2017, 20,322 Filipinos were killed in the war on drugs. So yun palang unang 17 buwan po ng war on drugs.
Mr. Chair, Dean, can we categorize or do you have at least, meron po tayong categorization kasi alam ko may napatay po yung pananlaban, yung official police operation, and then meron po yung nasabi po nating namatay na vigilante type of killing. Ito po yung sinasabi nilang DDS type. Kanina, Congressman Flores was asking Commissioner Leonardo, yung DDS. Ito po yung DDS type of killing. Ito po yung mga vigilante na nakamask na hindi kilala at namamatay at mostly ang mga nagiging biktima just randomly. Just killing spraying, maski sino ang nandyan, nagkataon lang, maalas ka lang pag nandyan ka sa kalsada. Kaya nga po, may namamatay na mga 9 years old, 14 years old. Ilan po ba ang, Mr. Chair, Dean, if I may, sabi niyo po palagay, alam ko wala ho kayong record ngayon, but can you at least give us a estimated number of those innocent civilians who have died and considered to be in the police report as collateral damage?
Well, ito po ang masasabi ko po. In the resolution of the Supreme Court citing the 2017 year-end accomplishment report ng Office of the President, of the 20,322 killed, 3,967 were killed in anti-drug operations. So kasama na po doon yung mga sinasabing nanlaban. While 16,355 homicide cases were under investigation, yun naman po ay kasama doon yung mga riding in tandem, at yung iba't ibang mga vigilante type na killing.
Thank you po. Thank you very much, Dean. I'd like to ask po, Attorney Conti, you also do have a number of killed or victims of the double barrel in OPLAN TOKHANG.
Yes, Your
Am
Honor.
I correct?
Yes,
Can you
Your Honor.
also, do you also have similar number as what our good Dean here
Yes,
intimated to this committee?
Yes, actually, Your Honor, the numbers that we have are segregated according to, first, deaths during police operations. And the number that we have officially from #RealNumbersPH is 6,252 dead from police operations. According to our previous sessions, Your Honor, this number has reached 7,000 as of the end of the term of President Duterte. The other category of killings, the DDS type killings, the extrajudicial killings, is officially, I believe, classified as deaths under investigation or homicides under investigation. And Your Honor, the number actually I have for deaths under investigation is 29,000, according to the spokesperson of the Philippine National Police, Colonel Bernard Banac, as of March 2019. That is why, Your Honor, the number of dead range from 12,000 up to 30,000 from official sources. Even the CHR, the United Nations Office of Human Rights, of the High Commissioner on Human Rights, and the International Criminal Court, Your Honor, are looking at these numbers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So may I confirm also from Attorney Conti, because in previous committee hearings you were you were present during, before the formation of the Quadcom. I believe you already had discussion on the AJK. Can you refresh the memory of this committee members, this committee? How many of those killed were innocent? At least give us just a...
Well, Your Honor, legally, the 29,000 would be innocent because they were killed outside of legal processes. They have not been proven guilty or convicted in any court, nor has any evidence been presented against them. In fact, in the course of the war on drugs,
yes.
everybody would be considered innocent.
Well, so what about, let me paraphrase my question just to be clear about it, no? Kasi may namatay naman po na mga drug pushers o sinasabi. But the collateral damage, I would say, yung sinasabi po nilang hindi part doon sa nila, doon sa warrant nila, pero namatay, no? Tulad ni Kian de los Santos, yung mga ganun pong mga klaseng individual. Do you have the number?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we don't have these numbers.
Right now.
It would be the PNP
Yes.
who can clarify.
That is correct. Thank you, Attorney Conti. Because that is correct. Because in the documents that we requested, ang number po nila is 400 plus, no? 400 plus doon. So now, I'll go back to Commissioner Leonardo. Do you also consider the death of these innocent civilians as a sign of success?
Hindi po. Hindi po successful pagka gano'n.
Okay. So, let me ask you again. Do you think that the war on drugs of the previous administration is successful or not?
In general po, successful.
No, but you cannot qualify. Kasi tinanong kita, do you stick your life to it? Sabi mo, oh, you support that. Now, you are qualifying again. So let me ask you, do you think this collateral damage can just simply set aside? Or, let me ask you again, generally, sabi mo, it's a success, but we cannot also discount the fact that there were countless victims, died, innocent civilians. As a police officer, because your motto is to serve and protect, right? Am I correct? And as a commissioner now of NAPOLCOM, I'm sure that before you arrive, the NBank, before you arrive as part of your job, Kaya nga tinatanong ko kung may selective amnesia ka kasi na mahirap po pag hindi mo natatandaan yung mga facts at yung mga dates kasi importante po yan sa trabaho mo. Hindi ho ba? Na before you arrive into adopt a resolution of the NBank, you really have to look at the data because you're like a quasi-judicial because you are rendering decision on the police officers that are facing administrative cases, right? So tanungin kita, do you think the death of these civilians is a barometer or a measurement of the success of what you just said and admitted itong Tokhang?
Hindi po.
Okay.
Hindi po.
Mr. Chair, the reason why I'm pointing that out because unang-una, kung babalikan po natin yung mga kasagutan ni Colonel Garma at saka Commissioner Leonardo, dahil mukhang lahat ito ay gawa-gawa daw ng kanilang katanghisip ng apat na ito at coincidence lahat. Kung titingnan natin po yung parallel na yung career path po nila, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think there's a reason why both of you were preferred over any other possible individuals who are, sorry to say, who are more qualified than in the case when the time that you were appointed as a director of the biodiversity. There are qualified individuals, a pool of experts that are more qualified with expertise, experience to the position, and yet you were chosen. And after how many months, you were then moved up to as an undersecretary of DNR. And subsequently now, you landed as one of the commissioners of the NAPOLCOM. And also, in the career path of Colonel Garma, both of them, by the way, availed of the optional retirement advance, the same case. I think both of you are preferred. I think both of you are favorably chosen. And both of you also supported the war on drugs. And both of you have said that it is successful. And unfortunately, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, Commissioner Leonardo and GM Garma, these 4 resource persons here, we have already established that it's impossible for them to come out with the same detailing, same instance, mentioning the same names, na unang-una kayo mismo nagsabi, imposibleng kilala nila kayo, imposibleng nagkaka-interact kayo. Alam po, mahirap pong paniwalaan yung ganun eh. Yung biglang maiisip lang nila, hindi, baka itong person na ito, itong nangyari. I mean, all of these affidavits corroborated each other. So, my point, Mr. Chair, is that I think your position now, and I'm sorry to say this, but this is my personal take. You were given that position precisely because you have done something that actually is worthy of, I don't know, from the previous administration's point of view. Na worthy kayo bigyan ng ganyan. I'm sorry to say, but there are many of the official, marami pong pool of experts, but the question really is, bakit po kayo? And to me, the only explanation that I can derive at, after listening to all your responses, I think you are preferred. And I think the positions that you have handled, with all due respect, yes, nag-serve po kayo sa gobyerno, and you may be decorated officers, but those are not just the primary consideration. I think the primary consideration is because you have supported the war on drugs and you are preferred. Kasi pareho po yung track ng inyong profession and career. That's all, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Maraming salamat po din sorry.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong.
Sorry, I just want to be official. I-address ko lang po. Dean ng Lasal. Yes. Si Dean Jokno po. Attorney Jokno and Tony Conti. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong. Additional question lang kay Colonel Leonardo. Colonel, you have not stated the reason why you opted for an early retirement. Can you state for the record, ano yung reason ba't ka nag-retire na maaga?
In view of my appointment as Undersecretary, Mr. Chair.
So you were appointed first before you resigned.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So hindi yung kagaya kay Colonel Garma
Yes.
na active service siya, nag-apply siya, hinihintay niya na mapalitan yung Balutan, General Balutan. So yung sa inyo, nag-resign na kayo.
Pagka-appoint po sa akin, automatic po, considered resign po ako sa PNP, Mr. Chair.
So didn't you not think twice about accepting the position na alam mo naman na coterminus lang yan compared dun sa position na colonel ka na, pwede ka magkaroon ng estrella, maging general ka soon because of your sterling record in the Philippine National Police, di ba? So hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip nung in-offer sa iyo yung pagiging USEC na kailangan mo mag-resign? Sayang yung career mo sa ilang taong career mo na binuhos sa Philippine National Police. Hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip doon?
Nagdalawang isip din po, Mr. Chair.
Bukod dyan, wala na ibang rason kung bakit ka nag-retire.
Wala na po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Salamat. The next to interpolate is our co-chair, Congressman Caras Paduano. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, during the previous hearing, the name Colonel Grijaldo was mentioned, no? But unfortunately, the Grijaldo, as per my information, the Grijaldo present in today's hearing was Class 2000. So, Mr. Chairman, can we excuse, pasensya na po.
So
Pasensya na po.
you are not the Colonel Grijaldo that was once the Chief of Police of the City of Mandaluyong?
I'm not, sir.
Okay. And is there another Grijaldo in the Philippine National Police?
The one mentioned by our resource speaker, sir, Ma'am Garma, Hector Grijaldo, Police Colonel, is my elder brother, sir.
Okay. Underclass. Upper class.
Upper class. Upper
Yes.
class mo.
Yes, sir. He's class 97. I'm class 2000. And he is my elder brother, sir.
Elder brother mo.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So, Mr. Chairman, can we excuse Colonel Grijaldo now?
Since you are not the Chief of Police of Mandaluyong, you are now excused.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, please proceed.
Pasensya na po.
Paduano.
Okay, let me proceed, Mr. Chairman. Let me start with the visit of Colonel Garma and company doon po sa Dapicol. So, paki-state nga ulit, Colonel Garma, ma'am, kung sino-sino yung mga kasama mo doon na kaklase no ni Jimmy Fortaleza.
Colonel Roland Villela and Colonel Hector Grijaldo, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
So, tatlo lang kayo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Former Major Jimmy Fortaleza, do you confirm that statement of Colonel Garma?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so tatlo. So, Grijaldo and Bilila. Tama.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yung
Yes,
Bilila,
Mr.
yun
Chair.
yung former husband mo.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Your
Yung
Honor.
Grijaldo,
A classmate, Your
kaklase
Honor.
mo. Yung former husband mo, ex mo, is kaklase mo rin.
Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
Saan ngayon naka-assign si Grijaldo? Colonel Grijaldo?
I think, Your Honor, PIDEG, Your Honor,
Pedegwer.
Kamkrame, based in Kamkrame.
Anybody from the Philippine National Police? General, do you confirm? Please.
Yes, Your Honor, sir.
So you to confirm. And do you also confirm that during the ambush of former Brigadier General Barayoga, he was then the Chief of Police? Do you have records on that?
I do not have any information to that incident, sir.
Okay.
With regard to the ambush of,
Can you furnish this committee
Yes,
Ah.
Mr. Chair, sir.
the data when that ambush happened?
Yes, Mr. Chair, sir. We will do.
Okay. Since, Mr. Chairman, since Colonel Grijaldo is not around, maybe we can ask him on the next hearing. But before I proceed to my next question, Ma'am Garma, during the ambush of former General Barayoga, which is class 83, di ba? Class 83 siya.
I'm not sure